Thank you guys for joining us. I have our creative director here, Dorothy Davis, who is behind everything for Roc Your Locs.
Okay.
Everything. So I am so excited to have you here, and I am excited because I have the opportunity to introduce you to the world.
Yes.
And I know for this video we're going to just chat it up a little bit, and we're going to talk about your latest creation, our latest project, which is
Roc Your Locs Studio. Aymanie, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure working with you. As my sister-in-law, it's always, a challenge to make sure that you keep it right. But for the most part, I do things that I want someone to enjoy. And I knew that if you gave me what you wanted as your vision, I would be able to create that, knowing you as a person in general. You asked that, your request was that you wanted warm, peaceful, and inviting. And I think we've created that.
Yeah.
We did it together. I put it together, but we did it together.
We did not. Okay, let's be honest. I did nothing.
Her inspiration, we did it together. This is a very small space.
Yes.
And it was a challenge. But we had a great contractor.
Yeah, we did. And he was awesome.
Yeah, so I think when you have a great contractor who's dedicated, you can't go wrong. So
absolutely.
If you're ever looking to design or recreate something, make sure that you have a good contractor. And things will, I guarantee you, they will run smoothly.
Exactly.
Just want to question you.
Oh, wow.
Did I meet your expectations?
You exceeded my expectations. Just to share a little bit of background with you guys, I had no clue what I was going to walk into. I gave her the parameters, which were very loose. I said, listen, I trust you. As you already shared what I was looking for, and I said, you go crazy with it. From the rug selection to the floor to absolutely everything. Everything. And so when we actually had a mini reveal, a small intimate with my family, I walked into the space and I was just brought to tears because it was amazing. Amazing. You exceeded my expectations.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
You're just so talented. I just don't know how you do it.
It's easy. I think that people get caught up with feeling that things have to match.
Okay.
And things do not have to match. Her and I, we picked the wall coloring together. Mm-hmm. Basically, the wall coloring was the palette, and that brought everything else together. But I don't want to confuse that with anyone thinking that things have to match. A lot of things here, and you'll see later at the reveal, that there's a few different colors within this room, within this small space. And some people are afraid of small spaces because they think with a small space, everything just has to match. Just again for you out there, wallpaper is coming back to life. It is that, don't sleep on wallpaper. If you see it, trust and believe it's the new wave. Yeah,
because you definitely have a splash here and there.
Splash, and this is a small space, and I just wanted to put that element in this space. But again, it doesn't match, but it does the job.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Now, when you went out picking pieces, was that a challenge for you, or did it just does this stuff just naturally come through?
I would say for the most part, picking pieces, as you know, we had a little back and forth with the carpet selection.
Exactly.
And if you remember, I selected a particular one. Mm-hmm. So in that moment, it was just about the beauty of the carpet. I had to pull back and realize that, okay, we're dealing with a space that is going to be a lot of traffic. So it does come natural. It comes natural to the eye.
Okay.
But sometimes I have to take a selection that is best fit for the space.
Okay.
And then I'll go in a direction where if my options are limited,
okay,
I deal with it that way. But for the most part, again, I feel like anything can work. I can go to a tag sale, I can go through a garbage, anything can work. You do have a few pieces in your studio that we refurbished. I don't think Aymanie had a clue that it would come together that way.
Not.
But don't. I mean, they say that one man's
trash is another
man, and
treasure.
this is so true. So always remember, and you'll see it in the reveal, that there's certain things in this space that we brought back to life, and
Absolutely.
it serves the purpose.
It
But,
absolutely
yeah,
does.
as a designer, I kind of just like, you know.
And you know what I love? Is that she operates on a budget. So I'm like, listen, this is my budget. Let's get pieces and things within that budget. And you were able to do just that.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah. I've
You
been
would not
I've
know
been
it.
known to be the budget shopper.
I love it.
I'm not frugal in that, you know, in that area. I like nice things. But
Absolutely.
I feel like if someone gives me a budget and they're willing to understand that you may not get quality,
Exactly.
but you want something that is aesthetically, you know,
Pleasing
profound
to the eye and-
then I can still do that on a budget. And sometimes a big ticket price item does not bring a room to life. You can have a beautiful, expensive piece of art and put a lot of money into that piece of art, and the room may not, it just may not show up the way you thought it was.
Exactly.
So sometimes you really have to go with your soul and what you like, because that room is only going to speak to people through the eyes of you and how you created it. And I did it through her vision. And her vision was, I'm looking around right now and you
No,
can't
you guys
see.
can't see, but we're
But
like,
I'm looking
oh,
around
this
right
is
now,
nice.
and I know that all of this is her. It's what she wanted. It's her. Yeah, it's her vision.
And you know the cool thing is, everyone, and it hasn't been a lot of people because I'm still trying to keep things under wrap until we have our grand opening, which is coming up December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But I've had a couple of people come in for, like, you know, business meetings and things of that nature. And as soon as the doors open, they're like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Just yesterday, a dear friend of mine who I hadn't seen in years came by, and she's like, can I take pictures? And this is not the first time this has happened.
Wow.
And another person came by and they were like, oh, can I take pictures? Like, people are like just fascinated with
excited.
your creation. And then it's so interesting because I didn't really say, well, this is what I'm going to use this space for. They're like, oh, wow, this is so warm and cozy, and, you know, it feels so light and free. And so all the things that I wanted us to achieve, you have done so, and other people can feel it, can see it,
That's
can
what
feel
I was
it,
trying to
and
convey. Yes, other people can feel it, and they know that this is an Aymanie space. This is a space that has good vibes. This is a space that is serenity, so to speak.
Absolutely.
This is also a space, again, I have to just keep emphasizing that this is a small space, and within this small space, she wanted it to be
flexible, like
totally flexible.
It had to be. That was one of the
if you
major
know
things.
Aymanie, event.
Always events.
So I had to make sure that the space was doable for multiple events of different calibers, and so I hope I exceeded that.
Oh, you
as well.
have. I'm looking at pieces of furniture that moves easily, that I can
Mobile.
pick up, and mobile, and you know, that's like, okay, listen, how you see it today, because one of the other things that I said is like, okay, whenever we have events, I would love for us to recreate that space, this space, to accommodate this new event, so that each time someone's coming to one of our events, they're like, oh my gosh, what is it gonna look like now? So I love that freshness of it, and just looking at how many things I can just move, like everything I can easily move, tuck away if I need to.
And it wasn't a challenge, even though your husband, my brother, said to me, he goes, you know, you got your work cut out. This space is so small. What are you gonna do? I knew that her primary goal was to have this space for multi-purposes.
Exactly.
I knew you wanted to do a little bit of business out of here, so I wanted you to be able to just take something, pack it up, put it in your car and go.
Exactly.
So everything around in this area, you can do that.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
And being that it's small, because that was one of my other concerns, I just wasn't sure how much can we put in here? Is it going
Right.
to look crowded? Because with the events, I would love to be able to accommodate 12 to 15 guests easily, and it'd be spacious and things like that. But looking at what we're working with, I'm like, as a matter of fact, when we had our reveal, we had 20 people in here.
Was it 20?
20 people plus 5 children. And it was still, no one was like,
Right.
like it was just moved. Everything was just flowing.
Yeah.
So I tell you, she has talent. You have serious, serious talent.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I just love it. I cannot wait to see what else we create
Yeah.
in this space.
Yeah, we can get illusions
I
out of
love
this
it.
place. I mean, that's gonna be the exciting part, is to actually see the changes that take place and how they take
Exactly.
place, and yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are going to open up the doors so folks can rent out the space,
Yeah.
so it can be used for anything.
Yeah.
And another thing I'm going to add in, I don't know if we discussed this, but so if you are interested in renting out the space, we have our creative director who can actually help to create that illusion, that element, that design, that space to accommodate your particular venue. So if you're
Absolutely.
having like maybe a small intimate baby shower, then she's available for hire, and she can create that ambiance for your baby shower. So it's a lot of exciting things.
And it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I enjoy seeing people smile and happy with just something coming to life, and something that they could not envision themselves. But if they give me, the idea of what they
Exactly.
want, I can definitely work with you, and I'm looking forward to working with a lot of your
Yes.
customers. And-
Absolutely.
yeah.
People have already been requesting your information. They're like, who did this? Can I have her information? I'm like, yes, here you go. So you're going to be very, very busy very soon.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to see what we're actually looking at.
Yeah.
But soon we will definitely open up the doors for our grand opening coming up the first week in December. And after that, we are actually going to do like a video,
Okay, walkthrough.
walkthrough for all those who are not local, so that they'll have an opportunity to appreciate some of the things that you put together. Absolutely. So,
Well, Aymanie, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes.
I know that you are very inspirational when it comes to trying to inspire people to come together.
Yes.
And I think that is a major need in our community. One of your statements to me once was, competition, there's room for everyone. And you do open up all types of advantages for other people through Roc Your Locs, and I just want to
Yes.
thank you for that, because
Oh,
this was
thank
a
you.
definite opportunity for me, and I've met a lot of people through you, and
Yeah.
you have that thing that you're sticking with, and I appreciate it, and that's
Yes.
joining forces, and there's room for everyone. There's
Room for everyone. No competition. We
No
don't do the
competition.
competition.
Yeah.
Collaboration, grow.
Yes.
As you go up, you extend that hand, you bring the person up with
Yeah.
you. So that's what it's all about. That's true success, in my opinion. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're
So much.
welcome.
And you guys stay tuned for more information. You can head over to rocyourlocs.com, no K's, ROCYOURLOCS.com, and you can subscribe so that you will be the first to know once that video becomes available when we do our walkthrough tour. And also, if you're interested in booking with our creative director for some of your future events, I mean, can you just quickly share with them what you are capable of doing? Because it is so many. This is just a piece of it. Let me tell you, everything.
I do room makeovers. I host. I also redecorate. I decorate. I think anything that falls in the line of just bringing bringing your vision to life, be it at a party, be it in your home.
Or even a photo shoot. If you're
Photo
having a
shoots.
photo shoot,
Yeah, I
She
do
will-
staging.
staging.
So yeah, Aymanie has all my information.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. And we will be doing some traveling in the near future,
We
so
will.
we'll make sure that our scheduled tour is available so that you folks can actually book her when we're traveling as well. So
Yes, yes.
exciting, exciting. Well, thank you all for joining us with this quick little video. We look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Have a great one. Peace.